Here's Jimmy Ott and Charles Hannegriff.
Yeah, for some reason or another, you sound a little taller on radio.
Is it live? Is it live? Is it live?
From the original Walk-Ons, Burbank at Nicholson. Welcome to the Thursday edition of Live at Lunch, 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge. Charles Hannegriff, Jimmy Ott, Max Gautreaux, Jordan Kinch's back in the studio. Kucchi with us today. Matt Human's with us today. And, well, the word coming out from just about everywhere. I'm not even exactly sure who had it first.
John Rothstein.
Today, John Rothstein.
That's the first I saw.
That Will Wade is going to return to LSU as its head basketball coach. The speculation that's been going on for weeks that really intensified yesterday, again being reported by multiple outlets. Now here's what's official so far today. Heath Schroyer, the McNeese athletic director, has accepted. McNeese has announced this. LSU hasn't announced this yet, but McNeese has, that he has accepted a job as a senior deputy AD, executive director of external relations, essentially coming in as a number two in the athletic department, playing essentially the Verge Osbury role title with very different job description than what Verge had, which was primarily football. This will be primarily basketball. So that's official. LSU should announce that at any time now.
Specializing in basketball.
Yes. Matt McMahon has not yet been officially announced as dismissed by the university. We expect that news at any moment now. Certainly sometime before the end of the day today. And Will Wade will be moving back to LSU. Now, the buyout, of course, which was $5 million at NC State after next Wednesday, which is April the 1st, goes down to $3 million. At this point, they're still kind of working through that a little bit. I can't tell you exactly. Probably be the whole thing, but maybe it's a little bit less for the official announcement to come down. That could happen at any time. So LSU fans, I think for the most part, if I'm reading the room, and I like to think I got a pretty good read for the room when it comes to the LSU fan base, Jimmy, are getting what they wanted, which is Will Wade to come back here and coach his basketball team. And a lot of people never wanted him to leave in the first place.
Oh, he didn't want to leave in the first place, and yeah, and
we knew he did.
Yeah, most people didn't want him to leave as well. I was listening to the new Heisel and Childers, and the On3 report came across in the middle of their show, about 45 minutes. So they were actually in the middle of an interview with Steve Lapis, talking Sweet 16 and things like that, and they're like, "Oh man, it's quite a reaction." Okay, this is old hat for us. The $1 million question, we knew that LSU was aligning administration to give them the best chance possible to get a yes, but they were going after him. The governor, asked the LSU administration to basically, a little threaten them a little bit, hire Will Wade or there'll be consequences, basically. And Woody and Verge kind of dug their heels in there and said, no, we ain't doing it. And, well, he took the NC State job. I know that he wanted an SEC or Big Ten job ahead of that because of obvious reasons. And just look at who's dominating the brackets. And, the original bracket and now what's left in the Sweet 16. Okay, you got the money, you got the deepest pockets, a whole bit. I get that. Now, NC State gave Will Wade a bigger player payroll than what McMahon had this year, but we know that LSU is going to give Will a certain amount, and Will is going to hustle some of his own. I'm sorry, when Mulkey's out there hustling, when the tennis coaches are out there hustling, and when the two-time national championship coach is hustling, man, it's McMahon has been a little bit invisible, and this is where my sympathy, because part of the reaction is, man, is McMahon still the coach? Is he walking around saying, wait a minute, this news to me? It can't be news to him. No. And it just, in this era of roster building and fundraising, he's been a non-entity. He's going to get paid for 7 years. He never deserved a 7-year deal, and certainly hasn't since he's been here. So as far as wearing the black hat, and look, these two back-to-back hires have been a little bit clumsy. I mean, it's been unorthodox, to say the least, okay?
Yeah.
But this is to get it done. And it doesn't matter how you get there. It's just if you get there. Alabama was really clumsy with the Nick Saban hire. Okay?
Yeah, it took them an extra month.
Yeah, I mean, it took them an extra month, and they had Rodriguez leave them at the altar.
Yep.
I mean, Alabama football. Think about that. So until you get your guy, did LSU get their guy in Kiffin? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Number
Did
two
LSU
power.
get their guy in Will Wade?
Yes,
Absolutely.
Number one guy they want, yeah.
So, I mean, and especially when and they say, well, the money, look at the money. You've seen those posts. Man, what they had to pay Kelly and what they had to pay Kiffin, what they had to pay the payroll. What's the ticket line, the waiting list for football?
Over 50,000.
Okay. Max, what would the crowd have been? You were one of those poor, pitiful souls still going to the games, okay? Your student season ticket holder. I mean, what would it have been this season with McMahon? What would it be with just the Joe Blow coach? Say the flavor of the month, the St. Louis coach. I mean, it'd been mild. It'd have been more, but it wouldn't be Will Wade. And so you're getting return on your investment immediately in football and basketball. And are you feeling? Hell yeah. And you know what? There's LSU can be a little bit of a target. You think it's not classy or it's whatever, this and that. Man, hell with that. Bring it on, baby. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm tired of being this ain't a nice guy contest. And you know what Childers in Newhouse said too? Man, he's got to be walking around. You know what? He's a nice guy. This ain't no nice guy contest.
No,
this ain't no this. Would you say? You said you're tired of being, was it above the board or the morality winner? Or,
all of that, and following this,
get the class award,
following this imaginary
good
set
citizen
of rules.
award.
Following this imaginary set of rules. Okay.
Yes, imaginary.
Well, it is.
No, that's a great way to say it. Yes.
Sean Miller went back to Texas. We didn't hear this outrage.
Well, that's just a little nickel and dime operation in Texas, yeah.
I mean, John Calipari, Bruce Pearl, Kelvin Sampson all came back.
Oh, Mr. Patino?
Patino all came back from, in a lot of those cases, way worse than what Will did. And Will screwed up. I get it. He broke the rules, and he paid a big price for it, and so did LSU. But the idea that there's no rehabilitation story, is it icky that it's 1 year at NC State? Yes, I get it, okay? Is it icky that Kiffin was in the playoffs? Yes, but I'm done playing by this imaginary set of rules where I have to be to this moral high ground, and save me the sanctimonious lecture, okay? Kentucky's got a $22 million roster, okay? Unlike football and baseball, in basketball at LSU, I got to operate from a set of less resources. Do we agree with that?
It's hard to win at basketball.
LSU will
LSU.
always have less resources than Kentucky.
Win.
They got less resources at the moment than Arkansas does. They'll never operate with very many less resources, if any, in football, or very many times in baseball, although this is a special year with the thing that happened over at State.
Zero of the 365 get outdrawn 10-1 in their same building by two different.
But in basketball, I need a special set of circumstances. I need a guy that can do more with. I need a guy that's going to fight it uphill a little bit, because LSU's not a basketball blue blood.
It's a Kentucky football hire.
Yeah, that's a great
Kentucky football
example.
hire.
Yes, so I got to have a guy that understands the landscape and can do things and can do more with less. It's not a typical basketball job, and it's unlike, look, the rest of the programs that I just named are operating at or near the top of the resource pyramid in the SEC. And men's basketball just isn't here. So I got a guy that knows how to do this and is anxious to do it. Okay, so I'm going to spare me the sanctimonious lecture about what he's done in the past or what's going on right here. He signed a contract at NC State. NC State knew what they were getting into a year ago. They knew they were hiring a coach. If the LSU job ever came open, it was going to be it was going to be in play. I'm not saying he was definitely going to take it. We didn't even know that.
I don't.
You don't think they accounted for that?
No. I don't know at what level, Charlie.
Well,
I don't know.
then that's on them.
Well, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, well, all right. I
Yeah.
mean, this big boy world. I mean, but
Sure.
NC State not happy today.
I'm
and,
sure they're
and
not.
Will deserves a little bit of a hit for leaving him after one. I mean, they reached how many? I mean, McNeese gets credit, and they had a little agreement. Said, man, just don't leave us for another mid-major after 1 year. Said, okay. You get a high major job, that's fine. Okay, 2 years, he held his word. That's why there's all this effort in this to try and bring him back. These people who had this association with him. He went to Lake Charles and left Lake Charles in a great situation.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why they want him back. They know that he can create some excitement, and they're fine. But he's got to take the one thing that NC State was one of how many 90 high major jobs that would have offered him? Half, about half or less than
I
a
think
third, a quarter,
20%.
Okay, say 20%.
Yeah.
So they did offer him when most wouldn't, and he's leaving them after 1 year. That's a fact. Okay,
Right.
So he has to take a little bit of a hit like that, and he's willing to do it.
And he is.
Why is he willing to do it? Because they have put personnel in place for the ultimate. My dad always told me administrative support.
Yeah.
And is it not more Will Wade favorable in a 12 months period?
Yes.
Yeah.
Without question. And if a year from now, 2 years from now, if the Kentucky job comes open, he takes it. Then that's its business.
It's actually amazing how much McNeese personnel has moved over. It's kind of crazy.
It's Lake Charles East, but when Saban left for the Dolphins job, I can get mad at him. It's an NFL job.
It was a career ambition for
Yeah.
him, and as Huizenga was known as one of the top 3 owners, supportive owners in the league at that time.
Yeah.
Some thought he was the top.
When Florida lost Billy Donovan to the NBA, it's like, hey, it's an NBA job. If Kentucky comes calling in 2 years and Wade takes a job, say, hey, you know what? That's how that went. But in the meantime, I'm going to do what's best for my if I'm the AD, I'm going to do what's best for my university. And I'm sorry if it, offends.
Why you having to feel like you got to apologize to others?
Not me.
Okay,
Not me,
because I'm kind of in
Well,
that tone. If you're
because
speaking for LSU or
Well, I don't speak for LSU.
no, I know, but
me.
you were just kind of saying, well, I got to.
It gets me a little bit irritated, and you brought up the national shows, and I've already read a few of these things this morning. It's like, the moral outrage, man, go sell that up the street, okay? I'm tired. Like I said, I'm tired of playing by this imaginary set of rules that nobody else plays by. You don't want to like LSU, that's fine. I understand. This is the Black Hat University right now. Kiffin's a villain, Mulkey's a villain, Wade's a villain. Johnson not so much because he's not controversial, but those 3 are polarizing figures.
He's a villain in the baseball coaches community.
Yeah,
because he's kicking their ass.
Right. Okay.
But what have I said before? I'm not in the business of pleasing my competition.
Right. Didn't Spurrier say, Curly Holman's doing a great job? I'm sure.
When Miles was here, wait a minute, he's leaving? Saban called his constituents and said, "What can we do to keep him there?" I'm sorry. I mean,
You had a great story when you went to Ole Miss. You guys are firing Les Miles. Yeah, you want him? Oh no, I can't believe you. I can't believe you guys are.
Yeah,
firing
I was there a couple of days early doing
Yeah.
shows,
Right.
And I was eating breakfast in one of the little spots in the square and stuff, and I'm reading, and it's like, man, y'all talking about? Are y'all really? Yeah, do y'all want to hire him?
Right.
Oh no.
available.
I'm like, yeah.
You can have him. So I'm willing to take the arrow slings at this
Think
point.
Nate Oates wants to keep McMahon here?
Yeah,
course.
because I would like to follow LSU basketball, and I'm in the next segment because we need to go to break. But I'll tell you how many times we've been able to actually really sink our teeth into LSU
Charlie,
basketball, man.
You stuck with it way longer than me. I mean, I could see there was a dead-end street, man, for a long time.
I stuck with it an extra 2 years than you did, and at some point you gotta run the white flag up and try something else.
Well, one thing is straight up: is it a little bit? Is it fair? And it's certainly perceived as LSU's being a little bit desperate in both of these hires. Okay,
Yeah.
All right, that's fair. So to get to that desperate, and that maybe they're desperate. They had to do something. Them being so bad 15th and 16th the last 2 years in the league, kind of made this a little bit more possible, too.
They paid attention to the empty seats.
Jodine, baby.
Yeah, they paid attention.
I hire the coaches, the empty seats fire them.
Well,
The Smoke Show Crawfish Boil and Tailgate Party, Charlie, is it going to be a little bit active around here this weekend?
The stadium is going to be full.
70,000 or so for Zach Bryan?
Yeah.
How about that? We got LSU baseball.
Three-game set with Kentucky.
And we start on Saturday, man, starting at 11 a.m. We start DJ Go DJs over here. The Chase Tyler Band comes on at 3 o'clock. We're boiling crawfish, doing jambalaya. We got outdoor big screens where you can watch the LSU baseball and softball games, and it's just a general admission ticket is $15, and a VIP tickets are $110. So get your tickets now. Also, Marucci batting cages. I'm bringing some portable batting cages. They'll be here Friday and Saturday as well. So I mean, this is the epicenter of walking distance to Tiger Stadium, walking distance to Alec Box Stadium, and just we're just not going to start when Zach Bryan comes on sometimes 7, 8 o'clock or whatever it is. No, we're gonna start it at 11 a.m. as soon as we open the doors. And man, the crawfish are beautiful right now, so it's gonna be a party, baby.
Looking forward to it. It's centrally located right here at the original Walk-Ons Burbank and Nicholson. Live at lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch. This hour of Live at Lunch with Ott and Hanny is brought to you by Dana Brown at the law offices of O.C. Brown, 343-1111, and ocbrown.com. Roto-Rooter for all your plumbing needs, 925-8710. Supreme Rice, grown, milled, processed in Louisiana since 1936. United Community Bank, the local way to bank big. Tex Morris at Edward Jones Investments on Jefferson Highway, 928-8659. Total Maintenance, your one-stop shop for AC, electrical, generators, and plumbing. Service today, every day for Total Maintenance. And Coastal Capital Advisors. Markets evolve. We adapt.
Since the 1930s, Supreme Rice has delighted their customers for all of your favorite South Louisiana dishes. Whether you like the brown, long grain, medium grain, jasmine, or the new parboiled rice, Supreme Rice makes your favorite dishes even better. They even have a healthy low glycemic rice, a great option for diabetics and those who have high insulin resistance. Supreme Rice is proud to be part of the Climate Smart program, which promotes water conservation and reduces methane emissions so future generations of Louisiana farmers can enjoy the same benefits. For more information and great recipes, find them online at supremerice.com.
With all of the financial headlines, are you worried if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. If you have more questions and answers about what's next, let's work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by your local Edward Jones advisor. Tex Morris on Jefferson. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
The Live at Lunch with Ott and Hanny Restaurant Club. Sammy's Grill on Highland Road. A hometown favorite for tailgating and watching LSU games since 1988. Snow Seafood and Steak for over 50 years on Airline, Highway, and Highway 74 in Gonzales. Dozy Place for hand-cut steaks on Government Street and Mid-City. Louis Cafe, a Baton Rouge landmark since 1941. Just outside the north gates of LSU. Fin Bomb, sushi, burrito, poke, ramen at Burbank and Lee.
The Pierre Part Store, and now the Thibodeau Store, your local experts in construction supplies. You know they can handle your contractor supplies for all jobs, big and small. The extensive selection of plumbing, electrical, and hardware supplies are endless, and they can even deliver it to your job site. If you need lumber, no problem. Available for pickup and delivery from Pierre Part. Top-notch tools and expert advice, it's local service. From the Thibodeau Store, 900 St. Patrick Highway in Thibodeau, and online at ThibodeauStore.com.
Running a business can be difficult enough without the right relationship with your bank. With United Community Bank's local business bankers, you're not just a number, you're a partner. Contact Heath Meir, Nicole Glover, Hunter Creed, David Campbell, or David Henry to discuss how we can help your business today. United Community Bank, the local way to bank big. Locations from Baton Rouge to Golden Meadow. We've been serving the people of Southern Louisiana for over 60 years. United Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
ALS is a progressive and neurodegenerative disease, and we need your help to find a cure. The mission of the ALS Association, Louisiana Mississippi chapter, is to discover treatments and a cure for ALS, and to serve, advocate for, and empower people affected by ALS to live their lives to the fullest. Whether you are newly diagnosed, a military veteran, a caregiver, or someone looking to learn more about how to navigate living with ALS, they can help. Visit als.org to learn more. That's als.org.
Tigers, Saints, Southeastern Conference, all in one place. LouisianaSports.net. No paywalls, no article limits. It's just the coverage the Louisiana sports fans want. Bookmark it today. LouisianaSports.net.
Maybe that's just what he's doing. He's just monitoring.
Live at lunch with Ott and Hanny from Walk-Ons in Brewley on 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
Remember, you can always get the show on demand, 1045ESPN.com, LouisianaSports.net, Handycast up at YouTube on LSU Baseball. Brought to you by Supreme Rice, celebrating 90 years in business here in 2026. For more information, go to supremerice.com. So here's why, okay? I'm pretty excited about Wade coming back. I've told this story before, but I grew up in a rural part of Louisiana and started watching sports before cable television, okay? And LSU basketball was on TV way more when I started watching sports than LSU football was, because I started watching sports the best 3-year run in LSU basketball history, 79, 80, 81. Okay, I fell in love with LSU basketball. When the TV listings came out, I went to see if you could get a game on, because you might get a handful of games a year on TV, and they're just you might get 1 or 2 LSU football games. And following Dale through the 80s was great. Okay, it was up and down, but it was always exciting. Dale gave you a chance. Okay, wasn't the best X's and O's coach, I get it, but he recruited well, he promoted, he motivated, and LSU was in the NCAA tournament every year. It was fun. And then Dale fell off at the end of his career, and for 4 years there was a downswing. And then when John Brady got here, he spent 2 years digging him out of probation back when it took you that long. Then John went on about a 7-year run where there was a lot of good. He went to a Sweet 16, went to a Final Four, went to a couple of the NCAA tournaments, had a couple of injuries that, curtailed him, Jaime Ureta, Lamont Rowland. They might have done a little bit better a couple of those years. And then John fell off at the end before they got rid of him. For the last 15 seasons outside of Wade, or last 21 seasons outside of Wade, there's been very little hope. Most of these seasons have ended before they started. Trent Johnson inherited a pretty good roster from John Brady, won the SEC with it, and then went to sleep for 3 years. Johnny Jones was here for 5 years, which was a questionable hire to begin with, and had one NCAA tournament team. Now, they should have probably won that game, missed some free throws, lost it. But the other 4 years, the one year you could get excited was the Ben Simmons year, and then that all unraveled on him towards the end of the season. And then you had Wade. Wade was, after the first year, over-exceeded what the expectations were, at least for me, that first year by getting them into the NIT. That was a big deal. And in 4 seasons of the NCAA tournament, it felt a lot like when Dale was here. You knew at the beginning of the season that they were going to go to the tournament, and you knew that they had a puncher's chance. They never had the best team in the country, but they had a puncher's chance. In that Sweet 16 year, they ran up against a superior team in Michigan State, and Tom Izzo is as good as it gets, okay? Different bracket, maybe they go another round. Who knows? But they were competitive. They played meaningful basketball in March. And in the last 4 years, we've had to basically give up on the basketball season before you got to Christmas. And I'm sorry. The idea that you could come back and play basketball season all the way out and not have to have it basically be over before it starts, and that's how I felt. You can't tell me how to feel. That's how I felt. You feel differently, that's okay. But for most of the last 20 years, most of the seasons outside of Will Wade, I felt like the season was over before
Charlie,
it started.
You keep trying to help, to explain yourself why you're excited or justify.
I think there's
LSU
a lot of
making
people listening today that usually don't listen, Jimmy. That's why I'm doing it
Okay.
because of the
But
hire.
I mean, you've done it multiple times. I mean, no, this is there's a completely different feeling with the LSU fan base in the rest of the world on this one, and that is just fine.
And maybe I do feel like I have to justify myself a little bit
You've done
today.
this
Okay.
multiple times. I'm just saying you don't have to.
Okay.
I mean, we don't. The people that are listening to us are they're excited. Look.
And a lot of people listen every day. A
but-
lot of people listen just when big news like this happens. So, we're looking at, one of the things is why is Wade coming back to LSU?
I ain't explaining crap, dude.
We've gone through the money
it's
a number of times.
The money is the most economically sound decision. Okay, are you getting return on your investment before you even kick it off against Clemson with Kiffin? There's
Yes.
a waiting list
Yeah.
of how many thousand? When has that happened before? This is LSU football. This is LSU football. This ain't even LSU basketball. That thing has been so damn dead for it's been dead. No chance. I don't want to hear it. I mean, dead for 2 years. And Wade gives you a chance. Wade is far from perfect. I'm talking about as a big-time coach. I'm not talking about trying to please. Okay, listen. He's been he'll get you there, but are you going to make a run? Most years they don't. He has won 3 games, and I'm giving him credit for the 2 wins. Okay.
As you should, yeah.
And they should. That's his team when
Yeah.
they went to the Sweet 16 in D.C. All right? 8 out of 9 years he's been to the NCAA tournament. 8 out of the last 9 years. The only one with 4 different schools. With VCU, with LSU, with McNeese, and with NC State. How many games has he won on those 8 trips? What is his record? It's 3-8. Okay? Well, he's been there 8 times. They've been knocked out 8 times, and he won 3 games. They beat before they played Michigan, I think it might have been Maryland. Oh, no, Yale.
Yeah.
Beat Yale. So, I mean, that's far from perfect, but the one thing about it is he did win an outright SEC championship in a very good season for the SEC. Now they're very good every year, okay? Now there's 16 teams, too, but outright won it. And we saw the excitement in that building at a Vanderbilt game. But they're going to be playing every one of their games are going to be relevant in March. And we'll take that.
Yeah.
I mean, are we desperate? Are we starving? Absolutely.
I
You
just
just
ran
talked
through it,
about,
yeah.
you did a good job of, identifying that. But I'm long past man, I am raising roof. This is, and you know what? You got some damn swag, bro. I mean, this is I don't care if Pete Thamel wants to take his shot. So be it. That's fine. If Pat 40, I sat in the car with Pat 40, that clown. Okay, man,
Captain
fine. We're not in the yes, we're not in the business of pleasing those people either, huh?
You're going to be the villain, be the villain. Find a black hat that fits.
Now,
okay?
is it a little bit unorthodox, or if you want to flat out say clumsy? Both of these hires, come on, man.
They were.
Why? And what has been one of them? They're trying to avoid these buyouts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean,
sure.
you're firing Kelly for losing
clumsy
football
is a
games.
fair word. That's a completely fair word.
So that's okay. If you go, hey, so be it. I don't care how we get there, but we sat here years before. Well, if there is a change, way before any signs that Kelly was in trouble. Way before. We had to do it. Who'd you take? We both said Kiffin. We both said they got the guy. You see the excitement.
Right.
What about you cannot hire? I mean, there's a lot of really good hires out there that you could make that would not spark the excitement in his basketball program. He is number one. Number one. And for him to want to come back to the school that fired him,
right?
I mean, that's unheard of, man. So he wants to be here.
Yeah. And I want to say this about Vera Jawsbury too, who has now been the athletic director through these 2 hires. We've been doing this a long time. Getting the first guy you want, the absolute top guy you want, is
Never
hard.
happens.
It almost never happens.
Yeah, it's rare.
It's happened twice in a row. And if you're saying out there, well, this was orchestrated by the governor, or this was orchestrated by the president, and everybody had a role, I get it. Think about what would have happened if Matt McMahon would have stayed here for another year. A lot of people would have blamed Vera Jawsbury. Okay, so I don't get into this. Verge gets no credit for this basketball.
No.
He's the athletic director. Okay, he would have gotten blamed if they wouldn't have made the move. So you got to give him some credit. Did he have help? Yes, he had help with the football hire too. But he's been at the head of this department for these 2 hires. So give him credit.
Governor was getting it done last year. Did the AD? Did the AD? Play along with it?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
No.
No, last year. No.
This time he did. So, no, Verge gets credit.
Yeah.
Just like some people didn't want to give Woody credit for hiring Jay Johnson. No, he gets all the credit.
He would have gotten the credit if they got the blame if they would have hired the wrong person.
Yes.
The report is now that it is a 7-year deal for Will Wade to come back to Baton Rouge, according to John Rothenstein. I don't have numbers on the amount yet, but Rothstein, is that CBS Sports, Max?
Yeah, he does CBS.
CBS, yeah. Okay, 7-year deal. Okay, I thought we weren't doing those anymore, but I guess you got to do what you got to do. So.
LSU always wanted him. They always wanted him. We always wanted him. Okay, but would Wade leave after 1 year?
Yeah,
that was the big thing.
Would have been easier if they'd have done this a year ago.
And they obviously had to guarantee him some player budget as well.
The rev share, sure.
Was that rev share number?
It was $3 million of the $9 million came out of the rev share, I think.
Don't forget our friends at Legacy Title. Chad Reynolds at Legacy Title for all of your real estate closings. 296-0060, a full-service title company servicing all of South Louisiana. 296-0060, a great team of long-standing personnel over at Legacy Title. Chad Reynolds at Legacy Title, buying, building, refinancing. Nobody chooses but you. Choose Chad Reynolds at Legacy Title, 296-0060.
Live at the original Walk-Ons, live at Lunch 104.5, ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
This is Charles Hanniger for Coastal Capital Advisors. When it comes to retirement, no 2 situations are alike, so Coastal Capital Advisors will tailor a plan for your family's needs, no matter your age or your financial situation. The bottom line is Coastal Capital Advisors will work with you and build a lifetime relationship. I know, because they work for me. For more information, contact Philip Fontenot and his staff at 337-981-1376 or online at coastalcapitaladv.com. Advisory services provided by New Age Advisors, LLC, doing business as Coastal Capital Advisors as a registered investment advisor. Securities offered through New Age Securities, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC.
Baton Rouge, get ready for a fiesta of flavor. Whether you're craving sizzling fajitas, cheesy enchiladas, or the best margaritas in town, Las Palmas Mexican Grill and Rio Cantina Mexican Grill have you covered. Bring the family, bring your friends, and bring your appetite. From fresh guacamole to mouth-watering tacos that hit just right, it's not just a dinner, it's a celebration. So why wait? Tonight, make it Las Palmas or make it Rio Cantina, 2 local favorites serving up authentic Mexican taste right here in Baton Rouge. Las Palmas Mexican Grill and Rio Cantina Mexican Grill, where every night's a fiesta.
Have you been arrested or even issued a traffic ticket? Everyone makes mistakes. Hi, I'm Dana Brown from the law offices of O.C. Brown. If you find yourself in an unfortunate situation with the law, call us today and we can help you resolve your problem, whether it's just a traffic matter or something more serious. No criminal matter is too big or too small for us to aggressively and effectively represent you. Before making any decisions, call us at 225-343-1111 for your free consultation. You can also visit us at ocbrown.com. The law offices of O.C. Brown, your law firm for a lifetime.
When it comes to celebrating life, there's no better place than Ruffino's. With locations in Baton Rouge and Lafayette, Ruffino's is a steak, seafood, and Italian-inspired restaurant that focuses on the celebration of life, regardless of the occasion. Whether it's the food they serve or the service they provide, their goal is to ensure a remarkable experience for their guests that is always remembered. To view our menu, visit ruffinosrestaurant.com. Ruffino's, where Louisiana comes to celebrate life.
Now, everybody's been to Louis Cafe by campus. Heck, it's been around since over 80 years now. We're still doing delicious omelets like the Mitchell, cheesy grits, Big Cheesy Lou, and those Louis Original Cajun hash browns. We now offer a pickup window. Just call in your order at 346-8221. Give us 15 or 20 minutes, and we'll have it ready for you. Our hours are now 6:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., 7 days a week. So next time you visit campus, make it a point to stop by and visit an old friend. Louis Cafe, just outside the north gates of LSU.
This is Charles Hanniger for Total Maintenance. For AC and heating, generators, electricity, plumbing, and more, Total Maintenance is your one-stop sales and service shop for all these needs. One of South Louisiana's oldest and largest AC and heating companies. Since 1980, their slogan has been service today, every day, so no one ever has to go to sleep hot. An authorized dealer for Carrier, American Standard, Daikin, and Rheem AC units, for Generac and Cummings generators as well. And now, for all of your electrical and plumbing needs in Baton Rouge, call 480-1000. In New Orleans, 841-3300. Service today, every day. Total maintenance.
Workbox can handle all of your movable storage needs, commercial and residential. Our shipping containers come in various sizes, 8x8, 8x10, 8x20, or even 8x40 feet. Not just one size. These units can be customized for any use. Custom lunchrooms. All.
Still trying to get him on.
He's got some stronger guys.
Anybody there?
Yeah, what you got?
I'm still trying to get Kucchi on.
Okay, we'll do it.
There's more than one way to listen to ESPN Baton Rouge on the radio at 104.5 and 104.9 and 98.1 HD2. Online at 1045ESPN.com and with the free ESPN Baton Rouge mobile app powered by Bayou Ford.
The Chuck Oliver Show, weeknights at 6 on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Live at lunch with Ott and Hanny from the original Walk-Ons on Burbank on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
And we're also brought to you by the Thibodeau Store. The Pierre Part Store, also open in LaRose and Lockport. Spring savings on all your lawn and garden essentials, up to 65% off of your potting soil, off of your fertilizer, off of your seed spreaders, off of your garden tools, lawn and garden tools, outdoor power equipment, including lawnmowers, all of them at big discounts right now. You can shop at thethibodeaustore.com. Channel lock tools up to 40% off right now on the website. As we head into spring, we're now just about a week deep into spring. Get your property up to speed. Get the essential tools that you need from the Thibodeau Store. 900 St. Patrick Highway in Thibodeau, Highway 70 in Pierre Part. Also open daily until 5:30. Same-day pickup on everything at the website and delivery available on some of these items. Get your tools now. Get your yard in shape. And once everything's looking real nice, get your outdoor cooking supplies and your patio furniture from the Thibodeau Store. TheThibodeauStore.com. How this we'll get the numbers here, as they trickle in on what LSU's liability is to NC State. If it's not the full $5 million, it's probably going to be pretty close. But nobody wants this to drag. I don't think NC State wants this to drag on for another week. The inevitability of this happening, LSU doesn't want this to drag on another week, and I'm talking about the buyout deadline. NC State doesn't want this to drag out another week. Will Wade doesn't want this to drag out another week. I'm sure Matt McMahon doesn't want this to drag out another week. So I think that's why all this sort of accelerated in the last 24
$2 million
hours.
Rebate next week is probably out the window. Yeah, you just got to
You got to swallow it, and you got to take you got to take the cost of it. This is an important week.
I mean,
the portal is open. Dedon Thomas went in the portal. I expect there to be, quite a few more from LSU.
We don't have to sweat him putting together a roster.
No.
That's going to be fine. That's going to be fine.
I don't know that he's going to end up with zero the way it was the last time. Personally,
zero. What do you mean?
Well, there was zero players on the roster when McMahon took the job. I don't think that. I think there's a chance that a couple of these guys could return. I don't think it's going to be, 14 for 14.
Well, you expect Wade to do what he did the first time he took over.
Yeah, he's going to
keep a couple.
I would like to see Jalen Reese stick around, to be honest with you.
At the right price, he will.
I thought that he, did some nice things. If they could somehow, Robert Miller, I think could be a useful player.
Now, LSU does get the $2 million back for Dedan Thomas because he didn't play. They had an insurance policy. He gets his money. Okay, he gets his money. He agreed to it, but I mean,
was it a 2-year deal, or just?
I didn't
just
hear
one?
2-year.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know how Andy McMahon could have gotten any type of 2-year deals.
Yeah.
So
LSU has announced Heath Schroyer. McNeese did that a couple hours ago. LSU has now senior deputy director of athletics, executive director of external relations of the LSU system. It's a gaudy title, but que sera. The all of the particulars going on right now about doing this, but I would expect that they'll try to expedite this as much as they can.
Well, just things are becoming official. You know, we've talked about this, or we've known about this, and we kind of kept a little quiet for a long time. But
this wasn't.
And it was
viewed
viewed by some of my sources that some of the media conversations about the possibility of this was kind of affecting, was kind of hurting the possibility. And, you know, and we've seen finally what prompted the meeting between NC State and Wade. It was finally some of the NC State media kind of talking about this, you know, and saying, okay, it's just a flat out denial. Where the coach leaves is usually the last ones to find out.
Yeah.
You know, that's, I mean, did we not know about Kiffin over here before Oxford? Absolutely.
The official,
No, but and then things become official.
This has been a possibility for.
Well, we were down.
Months.
This was but last year
But
we're like, wait, what? No, wait.
But as recently as this weekend, we weren't willing to say, "Oh yeah, this is absolutely positively going to get done."
His comment after that ACC tournament loss threw me off a little bit. Sorry.
No, we talked about it.
You know, that is. People are going to, you know, NC State people are going to beat him up, you know, for those comments. They just are. You can't do it. You can't. And what was your quote? Man, he said a lot more than he needed
more than
to.
He had to. Yeah.
Okay, so and there has to be a level of appreciation by Will for NC State to offer him that job.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did he get everything that maybe he was promised in the courtship from NC State? No, he did not. Did he get a lot? I mean, close to it. Got a pretty, you know, did he get everything he was promised when he took the job here at LSU originally? No, he didn't. But, you know, Will is a guy that's going to, I mean, he's, and when Charlie said, man, we'll throw a parade over here. You go 5-11 or 5-13, whatever it was. And he looked at him like he had 7 eyeballs.
He
was
did.
not. And that's the one time. You know the situation we're here. And it's now more than ever. And that's when a time would you kind of got to pass. Okay, we'll give you 2 or 3 years to get your guys in.
Yeah, this was in 2017.
Yeah, this wasn't where everybody's roster is completely different from one year to the next.
You had transfer. You had to sit out of.
You have the rare programs like Purdue, which it doesn't have as much transfer portal and the turnover and things like that. Guys like Braden Smith playing 4 years, but that's the only. The first year at LSU is the last 9 where he didn't get to the tournament. He got to the NIT, and that was considered a wild success. 8-10 in the league, maybe.
8-10 in the league. Yeah. That was pretty good. They beat Lafayette here. How many people were at that game? You remember?
I think it was sold out.
It was a big house. I don't remember exactly what. I watched the game from Las Vegas, but I remember that it was a big deal. How many did they draw for the North Texas NIT game 3 years ago?
I have no idea.
It's about 2,500.
Okay.
It wasn't very many. You were there?
I wasn't there, but I saw some pictures.
Max can attest the difference between the actual attendance and the official attendance.
And I get that a UL Lafayette LSU game is going to attract more attention, no matter how good the teams are, than a North Texas LSU game. I get that, and there was.
And that's before ULL's athletic program is suffering because of the money situation.
And Wade and Melvin were, throwing darts back and forth at each other all week.
We came right here in his booth, and it was for the first day of March Madness. He came right here the day after. That was a Wednesday night,
right.
And we did the show here. He was eating sliders like they were going out of style. He loves those sliders. He's coming back and we're going to walk-ons.
What if I tell him, hey, look, win 6?
Did he go put the picture back up of us and Rufino's?
It's still up.
It's still up.
It's still up?
They moved it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they moved it? Where is it?
When they remodeled in the bar, they,
okay.
they moved some of the pictures around. What if I tell him next year you can win 6, twice as many? That's what I told him the last time, the story Jimmy's referring to. I said, look, you win 4 next year, because they had won 2 the previous year. I said, you win 4 next year, that's twice as many. What if you say, win 6 next year in the league? That's twice as many.
I don't know if they put these out or not, but he's minus 170 to make the tournament next year.
Minus 170. Okay.
Oh, he's going to have more of a player budget.
Yeah.
Okay, to make it this year. Yeah,
they did.
Yeah, he made it.
They did.
He's made it 8 out of 9 years.
He has.
Does he not have a list of targets to sign?
Of course.
He's got Plan B, C, D, E, and F. He's got. Okay, if this missed this, he had that. He's the guy that introduced us to the term transfer specialist.
Transfer specialist.
Yeah.
Before that was cool.
Guy was saying, "Wait, what? You gotta." I said, "You could bring in this guy from St. John's." How do you know about that? I don't know. He's a transfer specialist. Yeah. Ahead of his time in multiple ways, Charlie.
This is it's Back to the Future.
It's so fun. I mean, we were dead, man, and we were being told by our athletic department, director, like you can't win in everything. And listen, that's viewed. I mean, when they talk about McMahon, and saying, I'm listening to people who do college radio for 24/7. Okay, and they're saying, well, I mean, they're paying Kiffin and the football Slay from SEC Network. He does a Nashville show.
Mm-hmm.
He said, man, the women's team, the baseball team, and the football, they just don't have enough money. When they don't even know he's got the average payroll, he's just not getting it done, but just making excuses. And then our athletic director said, basically, man, we can't win in basketball. If there was no pushing or no influence, you think Vert's making a move? Hell no. Hell no, he ain't making a move. He don't want to come out one. They can have 500 people at every game. I mean, no, he's not making a move.
Now the program still turns a profit even at that because of the TV money.
I mean, it's been. No, I'm excited as heck, man. I still just wondered if he was going to pull the trigger after 1 year at NC State. When they were saying, not that I doubted, I trusted, my information, but man, that little press conference after that ACC, was it Miami they lost to? Was it Miami in the second round? They beat Pitt, and then they lost. I think it was Miami in the second round. I'll look it up.
But
Max,
that was after
Max is busy.
wasn't that after the that was after the Texas game though, wasn't it? That he hit that press conference. That wasn't after the ACC tournament. That was after the first 4 game. Wasn't it?
No. The first 4 game, I watched the whole thing. He just referenced next year. He did not reference the open job.
He didn't get asked about the LSU game after the first 4 game?
Not after the first 4
Okay,
game.
it was in the ACC tournament?
It was earlier,
okay.
Yep.
Starting to last 2 weeks are kind of running together. I'm sure he'll tell, we'll get some more background. It's always fascinating after everything settles down a few months later, maybe a year later, you get exactly how things went down. It's never exactly how you thought it was going down at the time. There's only a handful of people. I remember when Bertman told us the story of how they hired Les Miles and almost, had to interview with Bobby Petrino 10 years later. And it was like, oh, that's how it happened. Yeah. You guys interviewed Bobby Petrino in some seedy part of Memphis in some, Roach Motel so nobody would see you. That was a long time.
Don't forget
ago.
our friends at Total Maintenance. We're starting to use those air conditioning units. So, man, now's the time. Lucas Ragusa has been doing it for over 40 years, man. Really, in every step of the way at Total Maintenance. We're one of South Louisiana's oldest and largest AC and heating companies since 1980. AC heating, generator installations, maintenance. Service today, every day means you call today, you'll get service today. You would never sleep hot when you call 480-1000 at Total Maintenance. Or if you want to try and get that cleaning check right now, now's a good time before we really start grinding them in a really, really hot summer month. So it's going to allow your unit to work more efficiently. So it's going to cool. It's going to work better. It's going to cool down your house quicker. It's going to, but you're going to have to use it less. And it's going to save you money and avoid costly repairs later down the road. Total Maintenance, give them a call, 480-1000, 480-1000.
Live at the original Walk-Ons, live at lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
Go Automotive has a great selection of new cars. Chevy, GMC, Hummer, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. You rather a pre-owned vehicle? Using our resources will help find you any vehicle that you're looking for.
Jordan.
Our service department offers VIP service.
Yeah.
All right, Kucchi never answered?
He never answered.
Okay, he said he tried to call us, and we had no answer.
He called us at 11:46.
He did?
Yeah, he called us at 11. Well, I saw the phone ring at 11:46, and it was like.
Okay, let's shoot for noon then.
Okay, noon. Okay.
Games in a casual. But he's Jordan. But he's going to have to. He's going to have to call you, right?
So he was saying that the phone calls were not getting to him. That's what he was
Correct.
saying?
Correct.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, well, sometimes I know when Matt and them try and get me on for Otter Locks. Yeah. Musso texts me, and I have to call them. Okay. So this happens sometimes. So let's I'm saying call us at noon, and you will answer. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So look for his call. Right around noon. Please. I got you. Okay, thank you.
Street just off Acadian in the heart of Mid-City.
The Pierre Part Store, and now the Thibodeau Store, your local experts in construction supplies. They can handle your contractor supplies for all jobs, big and small. The extensive selection of plumbing, electrical, and hardware supplies are endless, and they can even deliver it to your job site. If you need lumber, no problem. Available for pickup and delivery from Pierre Part. Top-notch tools and expert advice, it's local service. From the Thibodeau Store, 900 St. Patrick Highway in Thibodeau, and online at thibodeaustore.com.
The Live at Lunch with Ott and Hanny Restaurant Club. Sammy's Grill on Highland Road. A hometown favorite for tailgating and watching LSU games since 1988. Snow Seafood and Steak for over 50 years on Airline, Highway, and Highway 74 in Gonzales. Dozy Place for hand-cut steaks on Government Street and Mid-City. Louis Cafe, a Baton Rouge landmark since 1941. Just outside the north gates of LSU. Fin Bomb, sushi, burrito, poke, ramen at Burbank and Lee.
This is Charles Hanniger for Coastal Capital Advisors, your full-service financial planner.
So, Jordan,
when it comes to retirement, there are no two situations.
So tell him that for future reference, we could do like what Musso does to me. He says if you call him and he doesn't get it or he's not seeing it, that you will text him to call us. Okay. Because it's like half the time I have to call. I have to call the studio when I'm doing Outer Locks. So, and it's been more lately, too. A lot more frequently as of, like, the last couple months for whatever reason.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right, just let him know. Okay, thank you.
And it's all free. No paywalls, no annoying pop-up ads, no recurring subscriptions. Just the content you crave. From the folks that bring you 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, it's LouisianaSports.net.
ALS is a progressive and neurodegenerative disease, and we need your help to find a cure. The mission of the ALS Association, Louisiana, Mississippi chapter, is to discover treatments and a cure for ALS, and to serve, advocate for, and empower people affected by ALS to live their lives to the fullest. Whether you are newly diagnosed, a military veteran, a caregiver, or someone looking to learn more about how to navigate living with ALS, they can help. Visit als.org to learn more. That's als.org.
104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge. Live at Lunch with Ott and Hanny from the original Walk-Ons on Burbank on 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
Here's today's trivia question. Before LSU makes this official, who's the last coach to be fired, major college basketball, and return and be rehired? It's not a name. Not a name I knew. You'd have told me this guy.
We know about the Bill Snyder going back to where he coached him with Petrino. Did Petrino do it at Louisville?
Bobby Petrino went back. Yeah.
Is it Louisville or Arkansas?
Arkansas. Yeah. He eventually became the head coach again. The interim head coach. Yeah. But in basketball, it's been almost 20 years since. And this is not
a hint.
I'm not
conference. You don't even know.
I'm trying to think out what conference they were in back then. Sun Belt.
Gene Bartow?
Boy, that's a great guess. No, but you're in the right neck of the woods. You got
Mike Davis?
Not quite. I didn't remember this guy at all.
Is it UAB?
It's South Alabama.
South Bama. Peanut butter and jelly. Remember the guard tandem they had peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah. This is not a name I remember. Ronnie Arrow? You remember him?
Not at all.
He won.
Sorry.
He won multiple Sun Belt championships and tournaments at South Alabama. They fired him in 1995, and he came back in 2007. He came back 12 years later and coached there for another 6 years before he retired. He was a reasonable success when he got back. He won a conference title. He won about 58% of his games. That's the last one. I did not remember him at all. But that's the last time it's happened, just to give you an idea of the rarity.
Tons of assistant coaches.
Yeah, lots
like Corey Raymond.
Oh, right here. David Patrick, who's on multiple staffs here. We will take a break. We're here at the original walk-on.
Kucchi, we got to get Kucchi.
Kucchi coming back when we come back at the top of the hour, and a big weekend here on campus at LSU. So
smoke show, crawfish boil, and tailgate party.
Come on out and see us here for lunch. The original walk-ons live at lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
We're here to examine things that get better with age, like this bottle of Chateau Lafite Rothschild, vintage 1877. Age can make things more valuable, like this Picasso from his blue period, 1904. And treasured, like this Roto-Rooter jingle, 1954.
Roto-Rooter jingle?
Just listen to it.
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Roto-Rooter.
A timeless melody.
Roto-Rooter?
The lithe arrangement.
But it's a clog-busting company.
Wrong there. Roto-Rooter has grown into more than a clog-busting company. They're North America's largest full-service plumber and drain cleaner. And when you need Roto-Rooter, remembering this jingle can be priceless.
Roto-Rooter.
For all of your plumbing and drainage solutions, call Roto-Rooter in Baton Rouge at 925-8710. That's 925-8710.
Workbox can handle all of your movable storage needs, commercial and residential. Our shipping containers come in various sizes, 8x8, 8x10, 8x20, or even 8x40 feet. Not just one size. These units can be customized for any use. Custom lunchrooms, offices, work sites for plumbers or welders, dual purpose, part office, part storage, climate control, shelving, lighting, using different materials, whatever you need. Give my buddy Martin Padial at Workbox a call at 343-4886, 343-4886, and workboxllc.com.
This is Charles Hanniger for Coastal Capital Advisors. When it comes to retirement, no two situations are alike, so Coastal Capital Advisors will tailor a plan for your family's needs, no matter your age or your financial situation. The bottom line is Coastal Capital Advisors will work with you and build a lifetime relationship. I know, because they work for me. For more information, contact Philip Fontenot and his staff at 337-981-1376 or online at coastalcapitaladv.com. Advisory services provided by New Age Advisors, LLC, doing business as Coastal Capital Advisors as a registered investment advisor. Securities offered through New Age Securities, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC.
Running a business can be difficult enough without the right relationship with your bank. With United Community Bank's local business bankers, you're not just a number, you're a partner. Contact Heath Meir, Nicole Glover, Hunter Creed, David Campbell, or David Henry to discuss how we can help your business today. United Community Bank, the local way to bank big. Locations from Baton Rouge to Golden Meadow. We've been serving the people of Southern Louisiana for over 60 years. United Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Since the 1930s, Supreme Rice has delighted their customers for all of your favorite South Louisiana dishes. Whether you like the brown, long grain, medium grain, jasmine, or the new parboiled rice, Supreme Rice makes your favorite dishes even better. They even have a healthy low glycemic rice, a great option for diabetics and those who have high insulin resistance. Supreme Rice is proud to be part of the Climate Smart program, which promotes water conservation and reduces methane emissions so future generations of Louisiana farmers can enjoy the same benefits. For more information and great recipes, find them online at supremerice.com.
At Wesley Construction, we hear this a lot. While you're here, can you also? That's the trust we earn by showing up, solving fast, and always finishing strong. Start planning today at wesleyusa.com. That's wesleyusa.com, or follow us on LinkedIn.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
Louisiana, you've got a new home for coverage of LSU, the New Orleans Saints, and the Southeastern Conference. LouisianaSports.net.
You got it, Jordan.
LouisianaSports.net. Feature story.
I've texted him. I'm calling him.
At one point, I don't know if he ended up getting a hit later. But
He's going to call you, I guess.
Content you crave. From the folks that bring you 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, it's LouisianaSports.net. WNXX
Yeah, text
Jackson.
him, tell him to call you.
KNXX. Donald.
He just answered.
Okay, he got it.
This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21 12681. Offices in Baton Rouge. It's time. It's now Kucchi time. Dwayne Kucchi is back to give his best picks on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
And we are back here at the original Walk-Ons, Burbank and Nicholson. The Smoke Show, Crawfish Ball, and Tailgate Party Saturday starting at 11 a.m. Live music. Go DJ and the Chase Tyler Band starting at 11 and at 3. Crawfish and Jambalaya, the outdoor big screens. You can watch LSU baseball and softball, rain or shine. And, of course, every pre-sale ticket, you get an entry to win a pair of Zach Bryan club seats. Zach Bryan in Tiger Stadium on Saturday. Come on out to Smoke Show Crawfish Ball Tailgate Party here at Walk-Ons. Think of it like an LSU football home game because that's kind of the atmosphere that it's going to be this weekend here at Walk-Ons. Just a short walk, less than a mile, over to Tiger Stadium.
Colucci's kind of known as a smoke show, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Kaluch, how you doing, my man?
He's still laughing.
We got a lot of dispensaries out here, but I don't know about being a show. Unbelievable. You guys are crazy, yeah, Baton Rouge. I don't know what you guys are smoking down there. Some gator juice. Unbelievable.
Well, look, we Kiffin raised a few eyebrows around the country. The Will Wade thing is raising a few eyebrows around the country. We just a little bit different down in Cajun country, my man. That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay, though. It is. You talk different, you eat different food, different culture. It's just like, going from the United States to Italy or going to Queens, New York, where I'm from.
That's
a lot of culture, a lot of happenings, a lot of different scenarios there.
All right, Kaluch, we got the Sweet 16 starting tonight, man. Texas, Purdue is first. Iowa, Nebraska. The 4 games tonight. What kind of action you seeing here on these first 4 games?
Yeah, we're seeing a ton of action, Charlie. I mean, it's just unbelievable. What great games, and especially we're seeing good action on UConn right now. We opened this game at Caesars Sports at Pick'em. Now it's up to 2. I mean, just a unbelievable matchup. Connecticut and Michigan State, definitely Connecticut's been there, done that, and I think that's what the public is resting their laurels on in this current game. Michigan as well, regular Michigan, opened this game at 10.5. Now it's down to 9. So people are sensing that Alabama could definitely bring their A game. SEC, unbelievable. Let's see how that game plays out. But those are 2 games that we're really seeing tremendous action on. And I'll be honest with you, I was surprised that they're betting against Michigan. I could understand them betting UConn. The way the Big East has played out in the tournament, the way St. John's is playing, you definitely get the sense that this is a very good game. Now getting to tonight's game, what we're seeing tonight, we opened the Houston game at 3. It keeps coming down like a cinder block to 2. So,
okay.
I kind of like Houston in this game. I think Sampson's the man. I think he's definitely just been playing the media, and that they're going to definitely have a big, big game tonight, even though this game is, being bet by the Sharps and the regular consumer the other way. We opened it, like I said, at Caesars Sports at 3, now down to 2. Nebraska, we opened that game as well at 3, and now it's down to 2. So Iowa is taking a lot of money in this game. Sharps jumped on it real quick. We moved it. I think it moved actually So, this is Nebraska's first time around in this shindig. 26-5, though. What a tremendous record that they have had. And they have had a tremendous season. Purdue, we opened that at 7.5. We're up to 8 now on that game. Just a slight pick. Great two-way action on this game. And naturally, in the West Coast matchup, we're going to take a lot of Arizona money. But Calipari and Arkansas are definitely a tough matchup. You know how much I think of Arkansas after that SEC, run the table in that tournament and just played so well. I think Calipari has these guys playing. They could definitely keep it within that 8.5 number.
Surprised you guys, either one of you, that the number may be trending towards Illinois with this game being played in Houston?
A little bit. The metrics like Illinois, I think it's a style, and it's not so much tempo. We talk about tempo styles, contrast of styles, and who's going to win it. We talk about it's easier to slow a team down than to speed them up. But this is a style where this is a European-based roster. It's kind of it's an older roster. It's a very clean roster. Their offensive efficiency numbers are really strong. Talk about Illinois. They also don't foul a whole lot. And then Houston, who wants to beat you up. Who's a bigger bully style of play than with Kelvin Sampson? Now, Sampson said he's a little bit surprised in his team because they're way younger than they used to. We talked about it all the time. He doesn't play freshmen. He's got 2 in his starting 5. He didn't think Flemings was going to be as good as he is. He's really, really good. He thought Senac was going to be, his thing, the kid from Newman down in New Orleans. But I think you got to really watch how this game is being called early. Because if it's been like most of the games and they let the players play and it's a physical brand of ball, that certainly favors Houston. If it's touch, a little touch, ticky-tack fouls and stuff like that, certainly an advantage to Illinois.
Kucchi?
I totally agree with that. Jimmy, you're 100% right. If they start calling the ticky-tack fouls, Illinois will be the better team in this game. But games in Houston, I still don't understand why the spread is coming down as well as Houston plays. Now, Arizona beat them, the last game of the season, but that was a tough matchup. So I like Houston in this game.
I like Houston, too. I took Houston at a little bit of a price. What are they right now? Do you have the odds? No, not the point spread, but to win it all. To win it all. Now, Florida's down. Certainly the price is going to go down some, but because Florida's been eliminated, but still, I think that was the one where you had double digits. I took a little bit of a shot, hoping that they would get to Houston and have this home court advantage. It's not fair if form held, they should not have been playing in Houston against the number 1 seed in Florida. But it's not the only mistake that the selection committee has made over the historically. Max, what you?
No, Houston 7-1.
7-1 now. They were 12-1. Okay.
I've seen, at Caesar Sports also. 7-1.
There you go. You got any hockey picks tonight?
I'm sorry, Jimmy, you dropped out there for a second. Hockey, were you asking?
Yeah, hockey picks tonight.
Hockey picks. We haven't been doing that great. I'll be honest with you. I picked it up though over the last week. I gave Alex White a couple of winners the other night on her show. So let's see if we can keep the momentum going. I kind of like Edmonton tonight against the Vegas Golden Knights. The Vegas Golden Knights, they're an enigma out here. And, they're minus 135 currently. I think it's a good price on Edmonton, even though you're missing Draisaitl. Edmonton is kind of off this year. But now when they start to fly under the radar is when you start to see really good play. And they are fighting for a playoff position. So they are not out of the playoffs. They definitely want to get in there. If you make the playoffs, anybody has a chance. I'm looking at the Islanders tonight. The Dallas Stars have really been playing their worst hockey now down the stretch of the season. And they're only 125, in Long Island tonight. So definitely I think the Islanders, Patrick Roy, will get this team up, play a lot better than they have in the past week or so. When Montreal thrashed them, they started to play a little better after that game. That was a measuring stick type of game for playoff implications, and the Islanders did not want to go to the Bell Center and lose like that, yet they did. Now they're back at home. I think they definitely have a chance. Dallas has lost, I believe, 4 out of 5, so not a good indication going into the playoffs, especially when you're one of the top 2 teams in the National Hockey League. Here's another one with a chance maybe as an underdog. Winnipeg starting to play a lot better, guys. And, you're playing the juggernaut Avalanche tonight, but the Avalanche are minus 190, and they're on the road. So, definitely I think Winnipeg has a chance. They've been playing their best hockey of the season in the last couple of weeks. I love to look for these right dogs in a situation to where, maybe they can make some noise. They're also on the cusp, looking to possibly get in these last 10 games in playoff contention. That West, you have a lot of options with that terrible Pacific Division. So, the wild cards are up for grabs, and definitely it's a high competition level. Well, who are definite shoo-ins, as well as the Vegas Golden Knights. But you could see how poorly they're playing. The Kings underachieved all year. Edmonton underachieved all year. Anaheim. We go with my Canadians tonight, boys. Come on, this is a huge game. They want to stay right in that playoff picture. They're in third place. They're keeping pace with Buffalo and Tampa Bay. Cole Caulfield, one of the best goal scorers in the NHL. Get a decent price at minus 120 at the Bell Center, and I think Montreal's going to light it up again. Kapanen and Demidov got back on the scorer sheet last game, and I definitely think they will elevate their level once again and keep Montreal in this playoff contention.
Did you? Was that Montreal player's name Cole Crawfish? Was that what you said?
Yeah, Cole Caulfield. Guy's got 44 goals, guys. Remember that name.
I know, but it's hot boiled crawfish. It's not cold crawfish, okay? So
nobody likes cold
crawfish.
crawfish.
There's no crawfish there's no crawfish in Montreal. They got some good delis up there. They got some good ribs, the Barbie Barn and stuff like that. But I don't know about that hot, juicy crawfish like they have here in Vegas.
I'm sorry, you were breaking up. It sounded like you said cold crawfish for a second, though. Anyway, so.
We know what you're eating tonight, Jimmy. But you got your mind up.
Yes, indeed.
Oilers, Jets, and the Canadians. Our local shop here at Valleys in the Queen, plus 114 on the Oilers, plus 154 on the Jets, and minus 122 on Montreal.
Did you say the Oilers or Islanders?
I thought you said Oilers.
Colucci,
both.
Both.
We went over both.
I'm sorry.
Charlie's right. Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to take the Islanders. He just skipped over the Oilers. Yeah, the Oilers, Islanders, we had them both, yes.
Okay.
Oilers, Islanders, Jets,
and
okay.
First two start with vowels, Charlie. I take a vowel. I want to buy a vowel.
I got the Islanders are plus 102.
I'll take an A, Vanna. Huh? Vanna White, Cole Crawfish, and Colucci. Huh? We've covered it all today. The Cowboys coming back home, huh? You know that, huh?
Oh, geez.
Cowboy Will Wade. Huh?
Yeah. I thought you were talking about the Dallas Cowboys. You're starting already with the
don't start with them already. You know what's going to happen.
I know. You don't have to say it. I bet you the Saints have more wins than the Cowboys this year. How about that?
Well, let's make a little side bet this year, huh? Can we do that? Huh?
I don't gamble.
I just said the Saints.
All I remember is we won that two game season, the two game Super Bowl. Remember that when we won the second week Super Bowl in Dallas?
Hung the banner.
Huh? Yep. We put it right. We put it right next to our quarterback's retired jersey. He never had a winning season. So
you think that Jerry Jones went to see the Pope?
Did Jerry Jones go see the Pope? Huh?
I think he praised to the Pope, but he didn't.
Okay. Well,
Gail Benson went with the Pope.
The Saints owner, Miss Gail Benson, went to
Chicago.
Yes, he's from Chicago. He's a White Sox fan.
Maybe Taylor will go and see him.
How about the Pope? You'd never thought he's from the South Side, too, huh? The Pope and bad Leroy Brown, huh?
There you go. Baddest man in the whole damn town. Caleb Williams will go and see him with his painted fingernails.
There you go, Charlie. So we did have more people listening today. So we did earlier. So
yeah.
yes.
It's going off the rails.
Oh, see, I missed that opening segue, and 15 minutes late, the airwaves
I
just
know,
drop
I
off.
know,
The listenership
I know.
drops off.
Will Wade's got his giddy over here right now, and
Yeah.
rightfully so. Okay, we got a chance. We gonna play games in front of some crowds now. Yes, we will miss a blockout assignment on a missed free throw. Okay, yes, we will. Yes, we'll have problems with our offensive sets. Yes, but we gonna be playing relevant games, right? Are we not?
The guys playing ISO ball will be good shooters. Right?
I want to go to the. I'm tired of going to the gunfight with a butter knife. All right, just tired of it.
There you go.
Willie Wade gonna have some. He's gonna have some bullets in his gun. Don't you worry.
Kaluch, anything else on
Sharp as a butter knife.
on the other two Friday night games that you didn't get to, St. John's and Duke, and Tennessee, Iowa State? We're watching this line because Joshua Jefferson, obviously his status a little bit up in the air, but not. We don't think he's given what the line is. Any movement on those two games tomorrow night in the Sweet 16?
No, actually, that game, Charlie, stood pat. Like you said, 3.5 opener, still at 3.5 here at Sports. They're looking at Jefferson. They don't know what's going to happen. I assume he'll play. He's going to tough it out. And, Michigan, which one? Oh, St. John's. I'm a St. John's guy. Loving St. John's in that game. Definitely going to take the 6.5 that we currently have up on the board all across Las Vegas. So I'm definitely going to take half. We opened that game at 6.5, and we're getting steady two-way action. I mean, Pitino's team has played so well, and don't buy into that Kansas coming back late, guys. They got every single call. They only had 2 fouls in the second half with 39 seconds left. Keep that in mind. They had a foul 3 times within a 12-second span, and then they give up a game-winning layup, which, definitely St. John's was prepared for that last play. And, I really think this is Rick's year. I think they could beat Duke and, advance on. And it's a big, big, important game. Probably going to be the biggest game in my estimation of the weekend.
How about the Pitino? Huh? He just said, wait a minute. This guy says he wants the ball. He hadn't made a shot all game, but that's his name. His name is Bells, and so he calls him Bells because he says he's got onions the size of church bells. So, there you go. Thank you, Ricky. So, here's the deal on Joshua Jefferson. It will be a game-time decision. They say his ankle is improving to make him a game-time decision for the Iowa State Cyclones. Kucchi, follow Dwayne on Twitter at NYBookieDwayne, at NYBookieDwayne. I'm sorry, but we're going to have to Paul Skenes going for the Tigers, or going for the Pirates today at Citi Field against the Mets. So, going to start off the Mets with a little 0-1 start for the 2026 MLB season.
America's ace.
Yes, indeed. There you go. Tell Jerry better go hit up the Pope. It's going to be a bad year if he doesn't.
I hear you. I know, definitely.
Thanks, Kaluch.
All we got is an offense. The defense is a nightmare. Thanks, Charlie. You're the best. Love
Appreciate it. Thanks, Kaluch.
All right, Dwayne Kucchi with us a little bit later than usual. We got some phone issues, but we got that straight now. Don't forget our friends at United Community Bank, the local way to bank big, with locations from Baton Rouge to Golden Meadow, including their newest branch. It's not too far here from the original walk-ons. We're in Burbank. It's at Burbank and Bluebonnet. Our great team of bankers at United Community Bank: Heath Meir, Nicole Glover, Hunter Creed, David Campbell, David Henry, and Prentice Wilkes. United Community Bank, your business is our business. We support the hard work and folks behind local business. So come on by and discuss with our great team of bankers how we can help your business today. United Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Here at the original Walk-Ons live at lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
With all of the financial headlines, are you worried if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. If you have more questions and answers about what's next, let's work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by your local Edward Jones advisor. Text Morris on Jefferson. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
This is Charles Hanniger for Coastal Capital Advisors, your full-service financial planners. When it comes to retirement, there are no two situations alike. So Coastal Capital Advisors will work with you, your business partners, your legal team, and tax professionals to make sure those goals are achieved. Coastal Capital Advisors will work for you. I know, because they work for me. For more information, contact Philip Fontenot and his great staff at 337-981-1376 or online at coastalcapitaladv.com. Advisory services provided by New Age Advisors, LLC, doing business as Coastal Capital Advisors as a registered investment advisor. Securities offered through New Edge Securities, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC.
Baton Rouge, get ready for a fiesta of flavor. Whether you're craving sizzling fajitas, cheesy enchiladas, or the best margaritas in town, Las Palmas Mexican Grill and Rio Cantina Mexican Grill have you covered. Bring the family, bring your friends, and bring your appetite. From fresh guacamole to mouth-watering tacos that hit just right, it's not just a dinner, it's a celebration. So why wait? Tonight, make it Las Palmas or make it Rio Cantina, two local favorites serving up authentic Mexican taste right here in Baton Rouge. Las Palmas Mexican Grill and Rio Cantina Mexican Grill, where every night's a fiesta.
The Pierre Part Store, and now the Thibodeau Store, your local experts in construction supplies. You know they can handle your contractor supplies for all jobs, big and small. The extensive selection of plumbing, electrical, and hardware supplies are endless, and they can even deliver it to your job site. If you need lumber, no problem. Available for pickup and delivery from Pierre Part. Top-notch tools and expert advice, it's local service. From the Thibodeau Store, 900 St. Patrick Highway in Thibodeau, and online at thibodeaustore.com.
If you're near the north side of campus, I need to remind you about a couple of longtime favorites. Highland Coffee's the original specialty coffee shop in Baton Rouge since the 1980s. My personal favorite, love getting my cappuccino from their friendly, knowledgeable staff, roasted right in the shop. Louis Cafe for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. The Mitchell omelet, Cajun hash browns, Big Cheesy Lou, all served up in that famous open kitchen atmosphere. In Tigertown since 1941. A couple of great spots, Highland Coffee's and Louis Cafe, just outside the north gates of LSU.
This is Charles Hanniger for Home Bank. If you're tired of the impersonal, one-size-fits-all style of banking, you deserve a bank that delivers exceptional service and personalized attention to your needs. That's the Home Bank standard. Since 1908, Home Bank has been a trusted financial partner for your businesses and families because they go the extra mile to help you reach your goals. See for yourself why Home Bank is good for business and good for life. Stop by any South Louisiana, Houston, or Natchez area location or find out more at home24bank.com. Home Bank, member FDIC.
Go Automotive has a great selection of new cars. Chevy, GMC, Hummer, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. You rather a pre-owned vehicle? Using our resources will help find you any vehicle that you're looking for. Our service department offers VIP service. You never have to come to the dealership. We'll pick up the vehicle at your home or office, drop off a loaner, service the vehicle, and return it when it's done. Mention my name, Jimmy Ott, for VIP pricing. The Chevy Tahoe I drive came from Go Automotive. That's Go Automotive in LaPlace and Plaquemine.
ALS is a progressive and neurodegenerative disease, and we need your help to find a cure. The mission of the ALS Association, Louisiana, Mississippi chapter, is to discover treatments and a cure for ALS, and to serve, advocate for, and empower people affected by ALS to live their lives to the fullest. Whether you are newly diagnosed, a military veteran, a caregiver, or someone looking to learn more about how to navigate living with ALS, they can help. Visit als.org to learn more. That's als.org.
Live at lunch with Ott and Hanny from the original Walk-Ons on Burbank on 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
We return here at the original Walk-Ons, the Smoke Show Crawfish Ball and Tailgate Party Saturday in the lead up to the Zach Bryan concert over in Tiger Stadium. You got LSU baseball, you got LSU softball. The live music starts at 11 a.m. here. Chase Tyler Band at 3 o'clock. Family friendly if you want to bring the kids with you out here to Walk-Ons. Crawfish and Jambalaya outside. The big screens will have the baseball and softball games on. And, of course, every pre-sale ticket, you can get an entry to win a pair of Zach Bryan club seats over at Tiger Stadium. So this
Tiger Stadium would be rocking, baby.
This is the first time since the Garth Brooks concert that they put a concert in there. So expecting a big crowd. They're expecting
when
it
was
to be
the
like
Garth Brooks concert?
Almost 4 years ago now, I think.
Is that right?
In Tiger Stadium. You don't remember?
So
that?
they had but was that part of that the Country Fest or whatever?
No.
They had
Garth Brooks played a solo show here.
Solo since the Country Fest is on?
Yeah.
When did what's her name? The Swifties play?
It's been a while.
That was about
Bayou Country Superfest has been done for a while.
That was about 10 years ago.
4 years
the
ago.
Swifties, huh?
Garth Brooks was 4 years ago.
2022, yeah.
2022. Yeah, he played sold out all the way to the.
How did you like the
Raptors.
Taylor Swift show, Charlie?
I didn't go.
Charlie,
I didn't go. I didn't. When Bayou
Max,
Country
did you go?
Superfest was here, I went to see Kenny Chesney.
I went to Garth Brooks. I'm not really a country guy, but I went to Garth Brooks, and it was a great time. I'll admit.
Really?
There were more songs that he sang that I was familiar with than I realized.
I've seen him probably a dozen times going back to when I was in college. He played the Assembly Center every year, and we were there every year.
Oh, really?
Back in the early '90s, yeah. He played. The last year he played the Assembly Center, I think he played 3 shows in 3 days, and they sold out in as fast as they could sell the tickets. So I saw him in New Orleans right before he played Baton Rouge. I didn't go to the Tiger Stadium show. I would have liked to have seen him play Call in Baton Rouge in the stadium. That was kind of the highlight of the show.
I'll dare say the traffic getting out of that was even worse than LSU football games because everyone left after Call in Baton Rouge pretty much to try to beat traffic, but everyone had the same idea.
And
Tiger Stadium traffic, you can take whatever you want, and I will talk. What year, Charlie? What year was Katrina?
05.
05 Saints Dolphins game.
Oh, yeah. You had 2 traffic cops trying to.
Oh, no.
None.
0.
Right.
Oh, no. General Light Cycle leaving for 60, 65, something like that. Well, you remember the crowd since?
Yeah, after that, I remember.
It was LSU basketball crowds for an NFL games.
I was at one of those Saints Buccaneers. I want to say in Tiger
Yep.
Stadium.
Buccaneers. Gruden was coaching. That was a famous Frenchie game that I always talk about. The very popular artist out of New Orleans, Frenchie. I was sitting on the 50-yard line, me and Roscoe and whatever. We tailgated, and it was fun. But, I mean, my man just starts pulling out his paints and his easel. I said, wait. He had enough room where he just sat up and did a painting, done the thing. It was embarrassing.
It was surreal.
Paul Skenes went, it's a new year, baby. We got run support for Paul Skenes already.
The first
2-0. No, it's O'Neal.
it's a
O'Neal
two-run.
Cruz got on, and the second guy hit a home run.
Break up the Pirates.
Bombs away. New run support. Here come the Pirates. They did sneaky optimism in Pittsburgh this year. They brought in 3 veterans in the lineup. They said Cruz is set up to have a big year, and they said the rotation is as good as any.
And they're probably a year away from getting Connor Griffin to the bigs. I don't know.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
They're
maybe this year, but probably next year.
And who's the other prospect they have?
I'm blanking. I know who you're talking about, but I'm blanking on his name. But Griffin, who's an LSU signee, but we knew he was never coming to school here, is probably the top prospect in the minors right now, regardless of level. And when that bat gets in the lineup and gets going, he's a special talent. So maybe.
Okay, I did hear the manager, the Pirates manager, also yesterday with Mad Dog, and he said, I think Skenes went from like 165 till about 185 in innings, roughly that.
That's about right. Yeah.
And they expect him to take the next step.
Go over 200 innings.
Yeah. Well, he didn't give a figure, but he just said, you could fill in the blanks. Yeah, that's what it means basically. But yeah, a little bit more to leave him in. If you can't bet him, but anywhere for first 5. Before, because they were just pulling him. They were being precautious with him, but they're trying to take that next step with him to leave him out there a little bit longer.
Less on his contract. That makes sense.
What's that?
Less years on his contract at this point. Makes sense.
Well, I just think his arm is, completely matured. He didn't pitch that much at Air Force, okay? He never got up over 100 innings at Air Force. So when he threw, I think it was 125 at LSU the one year he was here, that was the most innings he had thrown to that point. And then he was basically in the majors the next year. So they brought him along, and sure, you want to see him. It's frustrating to see him pulled with no hitters or one hitters in the 6th inning at 90 pitches.
Well,
but they had to take care of his arm, and the ramp up, it was prudent. It was the right thing to do. I know we wanted to see more, but it was the right thing to do.
You think that ace for the Mets, that youngster McLean, who had a rough going in the WBC, think he's about a year away or so?
I didn't see him pitch into the game you're talking about, so I'm gonna have to pass on the question because I didn't see him.
Yeah, I mean, he got roughed up in Houston by Italy, if you remember. He didn't pitch bad. He pitched much better against Venezuela, but still, he gave up enough.
Skenes had 124 pitches in that opening regional game against Tulane.
124.
124.
And then how many he threw about the same against Wake Forest? His last college appearance?
Right about 120, as I remember. When I said 125, I meant about 125 innings, I think is what he threw that year at LSU, something like that. And he probably, I'm doing this without looking, but I don't think he ever threw more than about 40 or 50 in the 2 years at Air Force.
120 against Wake Forest.
120 against Wake Forest. And look up real quick. I think it was 125 innings that he threw that year at LSU. So he had never had that kind of workload. He was a hitter at Air Force. Yeah, he was a catcher and a DH, and in addition to being a pitcher.
He did, and we know this about him, but he talked about, his preparation. Nobody that knows him, we never know how good they're going to be. We thought he had a chance, more than most. But, I mean, it's not, it's Joey Bell and him. I mean, it's then Bregman, be the third most successful MLB player to come out of LSU.
LeMahieu's won 2 batting titles. I can't discount that, but Bregman's ahead of him.
How many All-Stars did he make?
I'd have to look it up. I give him credit for the 2 batting.
I think Bregman's give him credit for a batting title. Yeah,
Skenes had
2 different leagues too.
26 and 85 innings at Air Force. He had 122.
122. Yeah. So that was a big jump from Air Force to LSU. To ask him to make another big jump and another big jump. No, they did it right. I mean, the Pirates have got a lot of problems, but they brought him along in the proper way.
Don't forget our friends at Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Your homeowners association requires wood windows like mine. You got to do it right the first time. The original construction with the home, I didn't do it in 8 years. One of them was rotten out. About 2 more years, the other one was rotten out. But man, now you get the gelled windows built with Last wood that come with a 20-year general warranty and a lifetime limited warranty against rotten termites, providing you years of really good-looking windows that are functional and that they look good as well. They're going to last. These extreme South Louisiana weather conditions, they're rough, man. They're rough. The heat, the humidity, the rain, the snow, even in the wintertime, it's rough over here. So do it right the first time and get those gelled windows built with Last wood from Relief Windows. They're open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, 288-8138 and ReliefWindows.com.
Bregman and LeMahieu each with 3 All-Star appearances. Of course, Bregman's got 2 rings, so that would be the difference there. But each of them with
2
3
batting titles, 2 rings. That's close.
Yeah.
I would give the batting titles. Oh, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one.
Live at the original Walk-Ons, live at lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
By now, you know that we do our show every other Tuesday at the Crown Town Room at Dozy Place. The Crown Town Room is ideal for larger groups, or if you just want to watch the game on one of our 3 large TVs. The tamales are the most popular appetizer, but don't forget the seared tuna with a sriracha glaze for the perfect blend of sweet and spicy. You can't go wrong also with the flash-fried oysters or the shrimp. The porterhouse is the perfect steak to share. Strip on one side, filet on the other, prepared at different temps if you like, bone in to maximize flavor. Dozy Place on Government Street, just off Acadian in the heart of Mid-City.
This is Charles Hanniger for Total Maintenance. For AC and heating, generators, electricity, plumbing, and more, Total Maintenance is your one-stop sales and service shop for all these needs. One of South Louisiana's oldest and largest AC and heating companies. Since 1980, their slogan has been service today, every day, so no one ever has to go to sleep hot. They're an authorized dealer for Carrier, American Standard, Daikin, and Rheem AC units, for Generac and Cummings generators as well. And now, for all of your electrical and plumbing needs, in Baton Rouge, call 480-1000. In New Orleans, 841-3300. Service today, every day. Total Maintenance.
Get Moss Max and less tax during happy hour at Modesto. Join us Tuesday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m. for $10 20-ounce margaritas and Dip Trio with $5 drink specials and $6 seasonal cocktails. Eat Modesto, 3930 Burbank Drive.
Pizza that's true to its hand-tossed wood-fried tradition. Roca Pizzeria is heating up its new half-off happy hour, Monday through Fridays, 3 to 6 p.m. Come enjoy 50% off margarita, pepperoni, more cheese, craft cocktails, wine by the glass, and draft beer. Roca Pizzeria, 3897 Government.
Congratulations are in order for one of my favorite places to eat, Snow Seafood and Steaks, celebrating its 50th anniversary. That's right, since 1971, Snow's has been serving a wide assortment of menu items to please everyone. Steaks, seafood, seafood, gumbo, homemade soups, salads, specialty cocktails, great wine selection, and oh yes, the best white chocolate bread pudding that you'll find anywhere. It's the total dining experience. Happy 50th anniversary to my friends at Snow's Seafood and Steak, Airline Highway at Highway 74 in Gonzales.
This hour of Live at Lunch with Ott and Hanny is brought to you by Dana Brown at the law offices of O.C. Brown, 343-1111, and ocbrown.com. Roto-Rooter for all your plumbing needs, 925-8710. Supreme Rice, grown, milled, processed in Louisiana since 1936. United Community Bank, the local way to bank big. Tex Morris at Edward Jones Investments on Jefferson Highway, 928-8659. Total Maintenance, your one-stop shop for AC, electrical, generators, and plumbing. Service today, every day for Total Maintenance and Coastal Capital Advisors. Markets evolve. We adapt.
Baton Rouge, get ready for a fiesta of flavor. Whether you're craving sizzling fajitas, cheesy enchiladas, or the best margaritas in town, Las Palmas Mexican Grill and Rio Cantina Mexican Grill have you covered. Bring the family, bring your friends, and bring your appetite. From fresh guacamole to mouth-watering tacos that hit just right, it's not just a dinner, it's a celebration. So why wait? Tonight, make it Las Palmas or make it Rio Cantina, two local favorites serving up authentic Mexican taste right here in Baton Rouge. Las Palmas Mexican Grill and Rio Cantina Mexican Grill, where every night's a fiesta.
Louisiana, you've got a new home for coverage.
Hey, can you shoot him a text?
Yeah.
He's not answering. Thank you.
Oh, Humans is not answering either?
Yeah, he's not answering. It's going straight to voicemail.
Damn. Let me see.
Pop-up ads, no recurring subscriptions, just the content you crave. From the folks that bring you 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, it's LouisianaSports.net.
Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at 1045 ESPN and on.
I'm asking him to call us, so keep an eye on the phone, please.
I got you.
Okay, thank you.
A chance to participate in exclusive contests and more with 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at Lunch with Ott and Hanny from the original Walk-Ons on Burbank on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
2 for the Pirates in the first, and Skenes out for the bottom half. Walks the first batter that he faces here in the 2026 season.
What's wrong with him?
All right.
Skenes?
He's a bum. I got to get him out of the game. I actually got a call on the 3-0.
He's distracted with all the Will Wade talk.
He's What do you? This is
Charlie. You got to learn it. You're not a black hat kind of guy. That's my expertise. Okay, that's my area, the corner of the store. Okay?
I'm warming.
You're gonna be just fine with this black hat.
I'm warming to it.
You are warming up to it.
What choice do we have? I mean, that's how it's going to be painted outside of this market.
What's
so
going
whatever.
on? Walk single, first and third, nobody out.
Oh, Juan Soto's pretty good.
I know, but Skenes is good too.
Yeah, he is. A little bloop single, walk and a bloop single for the Mets.
That's a bloop
here in the first.
Ooh, it's close play at third.
Who you like tonight? And he might be out. He might look at that. Who you like in the games tonight?
I love Texas. I think this is a point spread. And I think with the number. Okay, I mean, flip. I think they got a real shot. I think it's worth taking plus 295 or so on the money line. It's a team that is, first year coach. I mean, this is the 9th Sweet 16, but this guy, it's his first year at the school, and how the teams improve over the course of the year. They are way better, and it starts with the big guy from Lithuania. He's a load, man, and he's got a little bit more dog than he appears. They look like they can rough him up. They try, and he is he really alters a lot of shots down in the paint for the opposing team. There's something Texas got. Purdue's got some big guys too. They're going to throw a kind of double team him at him. Maybe I would try and get him in foul trouble. Is what I would do if I'm Painter. But, man, Swain's a talent. I just think this Texas team is in much better form. We have a reading on them like no other team. They're the only team to play 3 games in a tournament so far. I think it's going to be a very, very tight game. I like the points in Texas the first one. You?
Both. I do, too. Both of these teams had failed to cover 6 of the last 7 in the regular season. Both of them have covered all 3 games in the tournament. In fact, Texas has been an underdog in all 3 games in the tournament. and they've covered. And Purdue, we had that stat on Purdue about the number of games in the postseason that Painter had not covered. Well, they've covered in all. In the 3 games, I'm going back to the last 3 games. I'm going back to the final game of the Big Ten tournament with their third cover. So
I'm against the sharp action on Iowa here. I like Nebraska. I think they're just these two teams are very evenly matched. I just think that this Nebraska team has kind of recaptured some of their form that they lost down the stretch. They really limped in. They were beaten up pretty good at the end of the regular season and by Purdue by about 18 or so in the Big Ten tournament. I think they are, they kind of had a break or two. It was a 50-50 game coming down the stretch with Vanderbilt. They had a home court advantage. It's not going to be the same. They'll have their fair share of fans there, but Houston's going to be there, and Illinois and Iowa aren't returning tickets either, for their allotment. So, but I still like I like Nebraska a little bit. Tough game, not a strong stance, but I got like Big Red in that one.
Both of those teams have covered both of their games in the NCAA tournament. I'm going to go with the public here on Iowa. I'm taking any points. I think this could easily be a 1-point game. I think this could go either way, so I'm going to take any points that you give me. I'll take the 1.5 with Iowa in that one.
Arkansas, I think it's this comes down to the end. They just give up too many easy baskets. I mean, you watch so many games like we do, and just, how many easy buckets can your team get, and how many easy buckets can they prevent from the opponent? And Acuff is a great talent, but man, they have to still hustle, man, with him playing at such a high level, and that should not be the case. I just don't see the defensive intensity over the course of the game that they should have. So, and Arizona's way more consistent. I mean, they've been complete. It's almost remember when they finally lost their first game? It was like, okay, can we get that monkey off our back right now? We saw it affect a team like Miami, Ohio. I mean, how much better were they when they got in the tournament once they they struggled down the stretch. So anyway, it's not a number I'm willing to lay a whole lot on. It's kind of a pass game for me, but I think Arizona wins comfortably. Arkansas's dangerous. We know it.
Arkansas is the only team of the 8 playing tonight that failed to cover in either their first 2 games. They didn't cover against High Point. I'm going to pass on the side, but I am going to take the total. I think there's going to be a ton of points scored in this game. I'm going to go over 164.5.
That actually reminds me, there was a stat of when teams go 0-2 against the spread in the first 2 games, they do not win the tournament. That's been a
They went 1-1. They went 1-1.
They did win.
They covered the first game.
Yeah, they covered the first game, but everybody has covered both games except that's playing tonight except for Arkansas.
Arizona covered both games.
They
too?
did.
Yeah. So Utah State, they won at the end. I think Arizona might be the best team, and I know what they are of the 4 seeds, or now we got 3 with them in Michigan. They rely on the 3 less, and some people were like talking about it as sort of being an Achilles heel for them. I think their guards are good, and I think they can hit the 3, but they rely on it a lot less. And to me, hey, look, your boy, he's got his international. He's got a lot of Euros on his team as well. They're a good, very consistent team all season long.
Ken Pomeroy put out that this is the highest scoring March Madness of the modern era. You can thank teams like Alabama and Arkansas for that.
It's college basketball. Period. Is more. It's more of a pace game, and you've got the level of play is higher. I mean, you got more shot makers. You just do. I mean, you got these guys that have played professionally in Europe, and they come in. I mean, Illinois is a high-scoring team, and they got the one kid the freshman that's going to be a lottery pick. But Arizona and Illinois' roster is a ton of these professional European players.
We may get a great game out of Iowa and Nebraska. We may get 3 great games, but the game I'm looking forward to the most is the last one, Illinois and Houston. You heard Kucchi tell us that the line has come back a little bit, just a touch towards Illinois, which may be a little bit surprising because the game's in Houston in the Toyota Center. The Cougs, a 2.5-point favorite, our local outlet here. at Bally's and the Queen, 2.5. And
Yeah, it opened 2.5, went to 3.5 immediately with early action. Now back to 2.5 again. So, again, watch that whistle. That's going to be very important in that game.
You think that Houston obviously going to have this huge crowd? Does it make a difference? It's been a while since we've seen a true home court advantage, home city.
Well, it's not like they got to, the president of school has got to get two charter flights to get some fans there,
Right.
like High Point, okay? They are not. Illinois is not returning one of their tickets, as far as their allotment. So they'll have their little quadrant, and then they'll have a few. But, of course, Houston's going to have a home court advantage, but maybe not. It's not going to be like Oklahoma City. Now, that's unheard of, what we saw last week with Nebraska taking over Oklahoma City. So, look.
First time.
They're going to be, it's an easy flight. Well, geez, now with the TSA situation, but I mean, from Omaha to Lincoln, and I mean, can you even drive it though, huh? Is it to Houston?
Omaha to Houston,
probably about 12, 10.
It's 13 and change from there from Omaha to Baton Rouge.
Say maybe 10, 12.
Yeah, it's
So,
drivable, but a full day.
But
a full day.
Pack of ice chest or a Busch Light. No make.
Designate one driver and everybody
Busch
else.
Light. I mean, those characters. I mean, and think about it, man. That Iowa-Nebraska game on Black Friday every year, and we look at the stands, and Nebraska's like 4-7 or something, and there's not an empty seat in the house.
And the game's 13-10, and
Yes,
it's 20
yes,
degrees,
yes,
and the wind's
yes,
blowing.
yes.
Might be raining. It's just a miserable-looking game to attend, and they still go. They still can't stay away.
Jimmy, you rightly mentioned watch the whistle in Illinois-Houston because that affects who has the advantage there.
I don't think there's any doubt.
Definitely look at that in the Texas-Purdue game as well. Texas 7th in the country in free throw attempts ratio against their field goal attempts, so they take a lot of free throws. They get to the line. Purdue does not foul. They're bottom 10 in the country in fouls. So Texas wants to get to the line. Purdue is a lot cleaner. We'll see how that game goes.
Well, more specifically, that will really hurt Texas' chances if the big guy gets in foul trouble. I mean, he has really come. Our buddy Paul Stone, a Texas alum, I mean, he said he attributes his development late in the season for for this little bit of a run that we have going on right now. Paul Skenes got a little trouble, man.
Yeah.
He's started 29 pitches already. 29 pitches. He's only retired one batter.
Bases loaded, one out.
Yeah,
hangover from the World Baseball Classic. Those are high leverage innings.
The leadoff walk,
which should have been a 4-pitch walk, by the way.
So a little bit of, I'll say, kind of a soft liner to right center for Soto. Another walk. They also have a bunt single in there as well. So they're not like ripping him, but they're getting that pitch count up a lot when now the starters on opening day are going to go less. So, I mean, they just don't go as deep the first two starts. We're looking at maybe 70 pitches maybe for him today. That's that's pretty much everybody. On opening day.
How many pitches did he throw in that last game? It was about 75 or so.
My God, this might clear.
That's going to clear the bases.
Oh my goodness!
It's going to be 4-2 Mets.
All right. So
it is 4-2 Mets.
Webb.
Wow.
Webb pitched in the WBC. Skenes pitched in the WBC.
Those were high leverage innings. Those were high pressure. Like every pitch, like postseason baseball. Is that why?
I mean, is this?
I can't tell you.
Well, I mean,
that's for sure why.
You're 2 for 2.
I'm not used to seeing Paul Skenes get.
Who's he got for Venezuela that won it?
Oh,
pay attention to him.
Yeah, maybe.
Who's the guy that threw the championship game for Venezuela, Max?
What was his name? I forgot his name.
The lefty for the Diamondbacks.
You did such a good job this week. We're going to give you tomorrow off. Okay,
somebody's got to be a dad.
I just want.
I can't play dad with you two clowns.
I just want to know one thing. What?
5-2, Charlie.
5-2.
Oh my God!
I want to know a double. Now they're hitting him hard.
All earned.
Yeah. Where are you watching Alabama, Michigan on
Gillettes.
Friday? Okay. I
But
just
Let's is where Fred's and them
send us a
kind of
picture.
took over.
Send us a picture. Send
Really?
us a picture.
You want a picture?
Yeah, I want to make fun of you.
Oh, yeah.
That was not a double.
Oh, they missed it.
Neil Cruz lost it in
he
the
lost
sun.
it in the sun.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
that
lost
no,
it.
but the one before
The one
was
before.
a bases clearing.
Yeah, the first four were earned. They're going to give him a
Did he-
double.
No, that's not an error.
Yeah, that's not an error.
Oh, it's a mistake,
that ball
but
should-
it's not an
that ball should
official error. It Skenes it, man.
Safe travels, Bo.
All right, brother.
Have a good
All right, thank
have a
you.
good trip. We'll take a break, come back, wrap things up here at the original Walk-Ons Burbank at Nicholson, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
Workbox can handle all of your movable storage needs, commercial and residential. Our shipping containers come in various sizes, 8x8, 8x10, 8x20, or even 8x40 feet. Not just one size. These units can be customized for any use. Custom lunchrooms, offices, work sites for plumbers or
Whenever
welders.
you're ready,
Dual purpose,
Jordan.
part office, part storage. Climate control.
It's rolling.
Join us for the Friday edition of Live at Lunch from Rufino's on Highland Road. We'll take a look back at the first round of. Join us for the Friday edition of Live at Lunch from Rufino's on Highland Road. We'll take a look at the Sweet 16 games from Thursday and Friday night. And Will Wade headed back to Baton Rouge. Live at Lunch, 11 a.m. Friday on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. And reduces methane emissions so future generations of Louisiana farmers can enjoy the same benefits. For more information and great recipes, find them online at supremerice.com.
Sammy's Grill on Highland Road since 1988. A hometown favorite for tailgating and watching LSU games in a casual atmosphere with the friendliest service. Right now, we're boiling crawfish 7 days a week, Monday through Friday. First batch comes out at 5 p.m., weekends at noon. Sammy serves a wide mix of authentic Louisiana food prepared to order with the best ingredients available. Fresh Louisiana seafood, Cajun favorites, burgers, and po' boys, all built from scratch. Our kids' menu and popular appetizers are sure to please the pickiest of eaters. Sammy's Grill on Highland Road near Starring since 1988.
We are here to examine things that get better with age, like this bottle of Chateau Lafite Rothschild, vintage 1877. Age can make things more valuable, like this Picasso from his blue period, 1904. And treasured, like this Roto-Rooter jingle, 1954.
Roto-Rooter jingle?
Just listen to it.
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
The timeless melody.
Roto-Rooter?
The lithe arrangement.
But it's a clog-busting company.
Wrong there. Roto-Rooter has grown into more than a clog-busting company. They're North America's largest full-service plumber and drain cleaner. And when you need Roto-Rooter, remembering this jingle can be priceless.
Roto-Rooter.
For all of your plumbing and drainage solutions, call Roto-Rooter in Baton Rouge at 925-8710. That's 925-8710.
1950, Phil's Oyster Bar started on Government Street. Then Gus Piazza took over in the 70s, and now his son Anthony is taking it to another level at the current location in South Downs. It's always been a Baton Rouge landmark. Seafood, oysters, po' boys, burgers, and more, all served up in an atmosphere full of sports nostalgia and tons of TVs to catch all the games. Seafood gumbo, crawfish cheesecake, or my favorite, the meatball quesadilla to start. Check out dinner and bar specials at philsoysterbar.com. You know we bleed purple and gold at Phil's Oyster Bar in the South Downs Shopping Center.
ALS is a progressive and neurodegenerative disease, and we need your help to find a cure. The mission of the ALS Association, Louisiana, Mississippi chapter, is to discover treatments and a cure for ALS, and to serve, advocate for, and empower people affected by ALS to live their lives to the fullest. Whether you are newly diagnosed, a military veteran, a caregiver, or someone looking to learn more about how to navigate living with ALS, they can help. Visit als.org to learn more. That's als.org.
Louisiana, you've got a new home for coverage of LSU, the New Orleans Saints, and the Southeastern Conference. LouisianaSports.net. LouisianaSports.net. Feature stories, opinion columns, recruiting updates, in-game reports. And it's all free. No paywalls, no annoying pop-up ads, no recurring subscriptions. Just the content you crave. From the folks that bring you 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, it's LouisianaSports.net. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Live at at Lunch with Ott and Hanny from the original Walk-Ons on Burbank on 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
Back here at the original walk-on. So Will Wade headed back to LSU. The university has not put out an official release yet, but Will Wade has penned a letter to NC State. I'm sure this is going to go over well, Max.
Yes, he thanked all his people at NC State. I don't know if that'll be well received, like you mentioned, but he said, from day one, everything that was promised to me and my staff was delivered and then some. He would go on to say this was not an easy decision because of how much respect and appreciation I have for this program and university, but the opportunity to return to Louisiana State University is deeply personal. It's a chance to go home to a place that means a great deal to me and my family.
And wonderful of him to do that. These things are just not going to be real well. He's going to be a villain there forever. That's just how that is. Lane Kiffin will never be able to go back to Oxford, Mississippi. That's just how that is. Hey, it is what it is. You made a decision, and he feels like this is a better place for him. We talked about all the reasons why. Good on him for doing that. I doubt he's going to be very popular there ever again. Que sera. Heath Schroyer, the LSU has announced that coming in as an associate AD. He'll be with a basketball emphasis there. Of course, he was the AD at McNeese when when Wade was hired there. So we'll get something. And Matt McMahon, the university has made it official, I believe.
They have not announced this.
They haven't announced
but it's been reported that he's been
Yes,
dismissed.
he has been fired. Okay, so. We'll see. I'm sure, like I said, there's still paperwork to process and things like that. But that's where we are. Wade's coming back. McMahon is leaving. Schroyer's coming in, and cue the band.
Oh yeah,
the
PMAC might actually have a line to get in now.
Let the band play neck. It's been an exciting 24 hours for LSU basketball fans. Be an exciting day in Tiger Stadium on Saturday with Zach Bryan. And you can start your day here at Walk-Ons at 11 o'clock in the morning. The Smoke Show, Crawfish Boil, and Tailgate Party, live music, crawfish, and jambalaya. Outdoor big screens. You can watch LSU baseball and softball. Every pre-sale ticket, you can get an entry to win a pair of tickets to the Zach Bryan concert and club seats. So come on out here at Walk-Ons. Short walk over to Tiger Stadium or Tiger Park or Alec Box Stadium for all of the festivities this weekend. For Jimmy, for Max, Jordan back in the studio, I'm Charles Hanniger saying thank you and good afternoon. Stay tuned for Hunt Palmer on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at Lunch.
Sammy's Grill on Highland Road.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Thank you, Jordan. Appreciate it.